have reached the Ontario Court of Justice, Toronto Courthouse located at 10 Armory Street, Toronto. Press 1 pour intenter comme français.
Doug Ford doesn't want me using the bike lane, CKRY 113. Doug Ford doesn't want me using the bike lane, CKRY 113.
Press 5 for assistance. Please stay on the line. Your call is being connected to one of our agents.
Yeah, we have a problem here. You curve right into me. Yeah, Doug Ford doesn't want me using the bike lane. You just drove into me. Help! This guy just drove into me on purpose. Yeah, we have a problem here. You curve right into me. Yeah, Doug Ford doesn't want me using the bike lane. You just drove into me. Help! This guy just drove into me on purpose. Yeah, this is now assault with a deadly weapon. You just drove into me. Hello? Ah!
Get out of my way, man.
Yeah, that was just assault with a deadly weapon.
Get out of my way. Just get out of my way.
Assault with a deadly weapon.
You guys.
Yeah, this is now assault with a deadly weapon. You just drove into me. Hello? Ah!
Get out of my way.
Yeah, that was just assault with a deadly weapon.
Get out of my way. Just get out of my way.
Assault with a deadly weapon.
This young Muslim male food delivery driver drives his car into me. A female Toronto police officer calls to confirm I'll testify if required. She's sending York Region Police to arrest the driver for assault with a deadly weapon. This older white man in a business suit drives his luxury Mercedes-Benz into me, hitting me and my bicycle. Instead of stopping and checking if I'm hurt, he puts the car in reverse, accelerates, and drags my body and bicycle on the road. The white male Toronto police officers chose not to charge the white driver with either. Why not? Is it because the law in Doug Ford's Ontario is that it's not a crime to smoke crack, deal drugs, or drive your car into a cyclist or pedestrian if you're a rich old white man? It's only a crime if you're young, brown, and Muslim.
Get out of my way. Just get out of my way.
Is Toronto police lying? This footage shows a car drove in the wrong lane, swerved in front of and clipped the cyclist, and made the bike wobble dangerously. When the cyclist showed the Toronto police this footage, the officer encouraged the cyclist to report it to the collision center. At the collision center, another officer watched the footage and also confirmed the vehicle clipped the cyclist. The collision center started a collision report. Later, the Toronto police called the cyclist and said they reviewed this same footage again as evidence. Now they say there was no collision, that they talked to the driver, and the driver says the cyclist swerved into his vehicle. They say they reviewed this footage as evidence, and that is what the evidence shows. Instead of ticketing the driver for violations of the Highway Traffic Act, for driving in the wrong lane, crossing lanes at an intersection, and clipping the cyclist, the Toronto police are ticketing the cyclist. They have also wiped out the initial collision and incident report. Instead, they have created an incident report on the cyclist. Based on these facts, should you feel safe? Or do these facts show the Toronto police are lying thugs for Doug Ford and the Ontario Conservatives, lying to, harassing, and entrapping people who ride bikes? What do you think?
either because all of our agents are currently busy assisting other callers. Please leave a message, and we will return your call in 24 to 48 hours.
Hello, my name is Tony Deep. My phone number is 416-537-2225, and my email address is my name, so tonydiep@tonydiep.com. Today is Thursday, December 11th, 2025, and I've been calling every single business day, except for 3 business days, since April 5th, 2025, which means that no one has actually answered the phone at the Justice of the Peace Intake Court at the Ministry of the Attorney General for Ontario in April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and now December. No one's ever answered the phone or replied to a voicemail or replied by email, as I've been asking you to for 8, 9, 10 months now, to give me a time and a place and any forms I need to fill to swear in information in front of a Justice of the Peace. I was given your number by the Crown to start that process, and so in the interim, because I need to establish that I've been trying to get this in front of a Justice of the Peace for something that happened on Thursday, April 4th, 2025, which is that Mr. Cummer, CEO of Kingset Capital, donor to the Progressive Conservatives and an acquaintance of Premier Doug Ford, drove his vehicle into me on purpose in front of Queen's Park, making that criminal assault with a deadly weapon, and then reversed his vehicle, dragging my body and my bicycle on University Avenue for several feet, making that criminal negligence. And if you could email me with a time, a place, and a form if you need me to fill a form, and if you could tell me by email what you actually need from me to swear the information in front of a Justice of the Peace, that would be great. Thank you very much. Goodbye.